Hey everybody, John Swift. It is a fucking awesome day. Sorry, I'm trying to cut down on, for the new year I'm trying to cut down on cussing. Look at those coconut trees. Look at all those coconuts, man. They're just ready to drop. They're like brown. Where are they, man? Come on. We're out here at 41 Plaza de Santo Domingo. If you know where the auditorium is, or the Van Wezel is, or the Sarasota Symphony, it's all in this area. The art, center, whatever this place is called, with all the art there. It's a lovely day. I'm friggin' excited because last week was all like 40s and 50s. It was freezing every day. Well, in Florida weather, freezing. It's a different temperature here. It's a different. It's a different. What are those things that take temperatures? You know, those things. It's a whole different thing. I mean, if you guys are like having, you know, you're in the 20s. If we're in the 40s here, it's just like the end of the universe. Anyway, it's a lovely day. The sun's kind of out, kind of cloudy, but it's like 70 something. Little light breeze. I'm on Plaza de Santo Domingo. This must be a really old sign, because look at this thing. See if you can see this. I think these signs have been here for a long time, because they're like made out of aluminum or something, and they have a big wasp on it. They look old and crusty. Today's video, by the way, I shot this whole video like 2 days ago, and it came out, I didn't like the tone. I didn't like all the cussing and the tone and saying the F-bomb. So I'm going to try to do a clean version today that has a better tone, a better attitude, and a better tone. Sometimes it's not what you say, it's the tone with which you say it. So here we are at the Bayfront Community Center. And the Van Wezel's over here. Like I said, it's an awesome day. And I got some pretty cool news that I started a new channel. I converted an existing channel that was demonetized, and I started a new channel called John Swift. My hat's really feeling really tight today too. Whenever it's windy, I tighten my hat down, and now it's like really too tight. Damn it. Feels like my head's being squeezed. Anyway, the new channel is called Mr. John Swift DIY, do it yourself. So what I'm asking you guys to do is go over to that channel and subscribe, of course, and like, I don't really care about the likes, really, honestly, but hit the activation thing so you can see if a new video comes out. That always helps when you go over there and watch. But what I'm asking you to do is support that so I can get over the 1,000 subscriber hump, which keeps you from making money, essentially. And since this is what I do for a living, I want to have an income, of course. I'm not going to be a millionaire, but I want to have an income, and I want to do this for a living. And for the foreseeable next 5 years, I want to be doing this, as far as I know. But I always know it's good to have a plan, but like, you know, plan to not have a plan also. A lot of construction over here. They're redoing this Bayfront area, which includes all these municipal city buildings and stuff, and they're putting new like paths in over there, and all kinds of crazy stuff. They're going to be building some kind of big like a boardwalk type of thing out here by the water. It's going to be pretty crazy. As usual, it's probably scheduled to open in like 2023 or something weird like that. But all right, so this is what I'm asking you to do as a favor for the entertainment hopefully I provide, is to go over to Mr. John Swift DIY. I try to remember to put a link in the bottom somewhere, but it's pretty easy to find if you just search YouTube or Google Mr. John Swift, because I've done it and it comes up. So it was an old channel that I converted over because it's not making any money, and I thought, why don't I try to utilize that channel. Back when the big it was called Adpocalypse came around, back in right on 2017, I think, a lot of us lost our channel's ability to make money. And I had 3 or 4 channels that were demonetized because they didn't have over 1,000 subscribers. So I concentrated all my efforts on this channel because it was the one that was making the most money. So I had to like pool all those channels into this channel. So I started, I don't want to get ran over by a car because there's no sidewalk here. That's why I keep looking back every make sure I'm not getting ran over. People hit pedestrians around here, no doubt. So if you can go do that, subscribe to that, so we can push that. I think it's at right around 700 mark, and it needs to go over 1,000. Plus it needs to be something around like 20,000 minutes of monthly watch time, and that would help if you'd watch those videos. Right now it's kind of scattered, and what I want to do with that channel is to put stuff that's making things, fixing things, and creative ideas on how to do things, maybe on how to, you know, like sometimes I make little tools and stuff like that, or I create things, and I want to put that all on that channel, because putting it on here kind of disrupts the thing that I have going here, when it's like you expect me to be on here talking about some interesting subject, or, you know, like this, and then there's like a video about me like doing landscaping. So I'm trying to, like, you know, segregate those videos, which are already on this channel, or on a playlist on this channel, like making things or fixing motorcycles. There's playlists on this channel, Mr. John Swift 200. So hopefully, like I said, another income stream would be helpful. I don't make a lot on this channel. I don't ask for Patreon crap like everybody else does. I never do that. I don't sell very much merch. You know, I'm not always plugging merch. So that's the favor I'm asking for now, having me like in your face about, you know, go get some merch, you know, pick up some merch, and, you know, help support the channel. I don't think I'm I'm never that guy who's always plugging myself to, you know, buy my merch and go to my Patreon, support me on Patreon. I used to do that years ago, and I'm not comfortable with that, really. It's like asking people to put money on Patreon. It's basically disabled now, I think. It'd be nice if people did that, but like, I can live without that, you know. I'm really uncomfortable with asking people for money in that sense. It's like when you people say, support me on Patreon, what you're asking them to do is pay me $5 or $10, $20 a month. I mean, and I'm just not comfortable, really. It's never been a thing where I'm the opposite of salesman. I just like to put out content. I like to be creative. I like to share ideas with people. And I like to, you know, I like to respond with the people who watch this channel. That is a big wheel. That's a really big wheeled bike. These wheels on these things are getting fatter and fatter. I guess like an all-terrain thing. A lot of people out here are just checking out the bayfront because it's a nice warm. This has probably been the warmest day in about a week or two. It's in the mid-70s. People just enjoying the weather. So that's the thing. So if you have any questions about that, I could go into a big, long explanation about like what happened and all that stuff. But the essential thing is when you say about 5 years ago when I first started, you could literally put one video on and start monetizing. And then they changed that in 2017, where you have to have 1,000 subscribers and a certain amount of minutes, which you have to break down into hours or whatever. Try to, in your head, try to get a number. It's really weird because they used to do it on like views was very important, just views, but then they started breaking down the minutes in each view, and so they started like earning you, I could be totally wrong with this, they started earning you money based on the minutes of actual videos, because if somebody clicks on a video and watches it for 3 seconds, that's not a telltale thing, you know, that you're engaging your viewers. That's the language they always use. So they started calculating each minute that your video is being watched, and you can go into your analytics, pie graphs, and all these charts to see, okay, so the average views for your videos is 5 minutes, and you know. I get so bored with that shit. I just want to make videos, be creative, talk to you guys. My passion is really just doing this, you know, being out, showing you guys like my little section of Florida where it's really beautiful trees and everything, and you know, I just enjoy this feeling of like a live conversation rather than going and editing everything down, which sometimes I have to do that because I shoot videos that are like an hour long, and you're probably not going to sit through and listen to an hour video, so I have to hack it up. It's very windy, so I hope the wind is not screwing up the video. It is amazing. It's an amazing day out today, considering what time of year it is. It's freaking January 11th, I think, out here. And Some of the things on that new channel, the John Swift DIY, may include some landscaping, because that's something I've been working on. So I'm considering like filming it and doing like, you know, what I'm learning about landscaping and transplanting trees and bamboo, and what works and what doesn't work. Also, I'm growing coconut trees, and so some of the stuff's gonna be like that, but it's not gonna be all the stuff. But I have a lot of passion projects that I do, and I'll just name off some stuff that I do. I create things. Like I created a thing out of PVC tubing for holding duct tape, so when you use duct tape you have something to rip it off with, or you cut it off with a thing. And I made that, and I never filmed the video for it for some reason. It's because part of the reason is because when I am creating, I don't want to have to be thinking about where's the camera angle while I'm creating. So what I usually do is I'll make something and, you know, kind of create something, and then I'll go back and film it again after I've already got the prototype made. So it's very frustrating to try to think the process of creating and thinking and designing, as well as having a camera on and making sure it's the angle's right and make sure the lighting's right and all that stuff. So I have to go back and, you know, make those videos. But those are some of the things I hope to create. And I do prop like guns, like blaster guns. I usually take like a plastic toy gun and I'll paint it and weather it and make it all cool. And I haven't really done those. I've created quite a few of those, but I have not yet to do a video of it, because like I said, in the process of creating, it's aggravating to be filming and editing. Some people can do that. I find it just takes everything twice as long to have the tripod moved, and you know, my shop's not that big. So on there now, what you see is a mismatch of stuff that's been on there before. Some tennis videos and maybe some motorcycle videos and stuff, but I hope to be moving existing content from this channel over to there, so that way there'll be a handful of videos. But what doesn't make sense to me is for me to spend all this time putting these videos on here and they don't earn a dime. Like I said, this is what I do for a living, and I want to, you know, if I'm going to spend hours and hours and hours shooting and editing, I want to be compensated for that. Of course, everybody does. I mean, you go to a job every day and you get paid for it. You don't want to work for free necessarily. So that's sort of the explanation about why I haven't loaded all these videos on there already, because if I load them on now and it doesn't earn a dime, I'm just basically giving it over to YouTube, and they, regardless if the video is advertised. Check out this window. It's like a gold colored reflective, like an amber color. Isn't that cool? Yeah, so that's the reason I'm not just like, you know, going at it, putting on videos. I need to wait till I get to over that threshold and petition to be monetized. It's not an automatic thing. They have to look at your content to see if your content is monetizable. And when I say monetize, I mean, you know, paying ads and stuff like that. So that's a bit of an explanation behind the scenes of how all that stuff works. It used to be super simple. It would like literally, I would put a channel on, you know, say it was like about tennis or something, put a couple videos on, and then click the monetize button and set up an account, and then it would just be like, there'd be ads on it the next day. It wasn't this big thing that it is now, because of all these assholes that kind of they screwed it up for YouTube. They were doing, well, there's people that put on stuff like people being, you know, killed, or, oh, there's a big black dog over there. Well, I'm thinking of like these terrorist videos that were getting monetized. It was a big New York Times thing in like, I don't know, it could be 2017. But, and these other big YouTubers, which have 50 million views, they're like talking about Nazi stuff, or wearing Nazi stuff, or saying, you know, bad language and saying racial epithets. And YouTube went, whoa, 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 and they like started demonetizing and really like coming up with an algorithm. That was a weird sound. Coming up with an algorithm to make sure that like whatever video you put up, if it has a video about murdering a dog, or I kicked my neighbor's ass or something like that, it'll be flagged and they'll have to review it. I don't know if they do it, a person does it, or that's what I'm assuming, a person does that reviewing. So that's just all a bunch of, it's all in the wind now, because there's a big black dog here, but I don't know where his master is. There's a big fuzzy black dog right there. Big dog. It's got to be going 2.5, 3 foot tall. Maybe his master's way over there. I think his dog ran away. By the way, this is the backside of the Van Wezel. It has a really cool yellow amber kind of amber gold. I've taken some pictures out here using the mirror's reflection, and it's got this cool bunch of palm trees out here with coconuts that are just dying to fall out, so I can get them and take them home and plant them. Look, there's a brown one right there, and it's just waiting. I went out here the other day and I was looking for coconuts, and I would think that they would fall like right in here, like a little basket, and would sit here. But I don't know if like there's people that come out here because they know the coconuts are here and they're out there looking too. So look at that, full of coconuts, man. I just need more coconuts. The more coconuts you plant, the more coconuts you get, and the more the more nuts I get. Anyway, I got about 20 something, maybe 25 or 30 that I have at my house, and I'm waiting till spring to plant the rest of them. But anyway, it would be a great favor and I would really appreciate it. Oh, did I tell you to go subscribe and then hit the notifications? That's right, you gotta hit the notifications bell to get notified that a video has went up so you can go watch it. And I'm not asking for money, I'm asking for you to just support. Some people, when they say support, it means money. It's like, can you guys support me, you know, by buying my shirts? I rarely ask you guys to buy shirts. I put up my merch link. I do have a merch link that I put up, and sometimes I stick it in the bottom. But if you go to the About part of the channel, there's a link in there to Spreadshirt where I have all my spread. The dog is crazy over there. The dog's running through all the trees over there. But anyway, yeah, I'd consider that like a great favor if you went over there and watched some of those videos. There's one over there about somebody getting shot. Guy shoots his wife on camera, which that was an experimental video to see how many views it would get versus a video about something nice and good and fun. That's why that's on there. So I think I've beat that horse enough, and I'm gonna have a freaking great run today because it is beautiful outside. The sun was out a little while ago. This is Sarasota Bay. We're looking at the Ringling Bridge that John Ringling is named after. John Ringling, who was in the Ringling Circus, who is the owner of the Ringling Circus. This is Sarasota Bay out here, and it's a fantastic view. Look at that. Look at this purple with the amber window reflection over there and all the pretty trees. It's like one of those storybook days. It's just nice out here. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed what I had to say. And like I said, Mr. John Swift, DYI. So Mr. John Swift is all together, no spaces, and then DYI. So it should come right up if you search it, and that would be much appreciated. And I would be very happy and grateful if we could get that over 1,000 subscribers, and then I can get paid. Simple as that. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. All right, that's all I had to talk about today. I want to get in a good, at least half an hour to 45-minute run today. Get the blood pumping, get the endorphins flowing through my brains, and enjoy the day, because these days have been just SHIT poop lately. And it's been cloudy and gloomy and windy and nasty, and it's freaking awesome, man. I wish you could be here. See you guys later. Thanks for always supporting and commenting. Any questions, leave them in there. I almost always get back to people unless they say something stupid, which I'm not going to respond to that. But other than that, if you have a question about something, and I'll be working on that channel, and hopefully maybe this year we can get it into where it needs to be, and I can get that monetized, and I can be putting all these nice creative videos about fun stuff and how to make sci-fi blasters and good, fun, great stuff. All right, that horse is dead now. We beat it. See you guys later. Hope you're having a great new year. Take care.